The construction industry wastes over $1 trillion annually due to miscommunication and data errors. But what if I told you there's a digital revolution that's changing everything about how we build?
That's such a staggering number. I've been reading about how BuildingSMART International is tackling this exact problem with their digital transformation initiatives.
Well, you know what's fascinating? Before these standards came along, it was like having dozens of people speaking different languages on a construction site. The architects would be using one software, engineers another, and contractors something completely different. Studies showed that up to 30% of construction costs were wasted on these communication issues.
Hmm. So, how exactly are they solving this massive communication problem?
They've developed something called the Industry Foundation Class Standards. Think of it as a universal translator for the construction world. But here's what's really interesting. These standards don't just handle 3D models. They manage everything from material specifications to cost data. And get this, they are being used in over 70 countries now.
That global reach is impressive. You know, I was looking at some recent data that showed projects using these standards reduced their error rates by almost 40%.
Oh, yeah. And here's something even more surprising. The standards are actually enabling completely new ways of building. Like there's this project in Singapore where they're using AI-powered robots for construction, and it's all possible because everything is standardized and digital.
Well, that's exactly the kind of innovation we need, especially with the current labor shortages in construction.
Speaking of innovation, let me tell you about their three core programs. The standards program is constantly evolving. They just released a new version that includes support for infrastructure projects like bridges and tunnels. The compliance program ensures everyone's following these standards correctly. And the user program, well, it's creating this amazing global community of professionals.
I've heard their biannual summits are becoming major industry events. Didn't the last one draw over 2,000 professionals from 45 countries?
Exactly right. And here's what's really cool about their approach. They're not just focusing on new construction. These standards are revolutionizing how we maintain existing buildings too. Like imagine you're managing a 50-story office building. With these digital standards, you can instantly access every detail about every component in that building.
That must be saving building owners a fortune in maintenance costs.
You know what? It really is. Recent studies show that building owners using these digital standards are saving about 15 to 20% on maintenance costs. But here's the thing that really gets me excited. They're using this technology to make buildings more sustainable too.
So, how exactly does that sustainability piece work?
Well, these digital models can simulate everything from energy usage to carbon footprint. Teams can test different materials and systems before anything is built. And get this, some projects have reduced their carbon emissions by up to 25% just by using these tools effectively.
That's incredible when you think about the environmental impact, especially considering that buildings account for about 40% of global carbon emissions.
Exactly. And looking ahead, this is really just the beginning. The standards are enabling things like 3D printed buildings, automated construction sites, and even self-maintaining buildings that can predict when they need repairs.
You know, it's fascinating how this is democratizing the industry too. Even smaller firms can now compete on larger projects because they have access to the same tools.
That's right. And it's having a huge impact on the workforce too. The average age of construction workers is getting younger, as these digital tools attract more tech-savvy professionals. Recent surveys show that 75% of construction firms are actively recruiting digital specialists now.
Well, it sounds like we're witnessing a complete transformation of one of the world's oldest industries.
And that's what makes this so exciting. We are not just talking about making construction more efficient. We're talking about fundamentally changing how we create and maintain our built environment. The potential impact on society is enormous, from more sustainable buildings to safer construction sites to more affordable housing. It's really quite remarkable when you think about it.